50,000 tanks gone. If that number sounds unreal, you're not alone. It's a claim that's been echoing across headlines and social media feeds, and it's got a lot of people asking, is it possible? Has Russia really lost that many tanks? Let's dig into what's being said and what the real story might be. First off, 50,000 tanks is a massive number. It's more than the total number of tanks ever produced by most countries combined. So when you hear that Russia has lost that many, it instantly raises eyebrows. The truth is, it's unlikely that 50,000 actual tanks have been destroyed. The number probably includes a mix of armored vehicles, tanks, armored personnel carriers, infantry fighting vehicles, and other heavy equipment. In the fog of war, these categories often get lumped together, and that's where the confusion starts. But here's the key point. Russia has suffered staggering equipment losses. Independent trackers, satellite analysts, and open-source intelligence have confirmed that thousands of Russian tanks, real tanks, have been destroyed or captured since the invasion of Ukraine began. And that number keeps growing. From T-72s to the newer T-90s, tanks that were once symbols of Russian ground dominance are now smoldering wrecks on Ukrainian roads and fields. Videos flood Telegram and Twitter daily, showing Ukrainian drones dropping grenades straight through the open hatches of abandoned tanks. Others show anti-tank missile strikes hitting their mark with surgical precision. Ukraine has turned tank hunting into an art form. Early in the war, Ukraine leaned heavily on Western, supplied weapons like the Javelin and N-Law shoulder, fired, portable, and deadly. These allowed small infantry teams to take out multi-million-dollar machines. It was David vs. Goliath, and David was winning. Later, Ukraine added Turkish Bayraktar drones and, more recently, U.S. Switchblade drones and advanced artillery systems like HIMARS to their arsenal, making armored vehicles even more vulnerable. But the damage isn't just about explosions and fireballs. There's another killer on the battlefield: logistics. Tanks are heavy, hungry machines. They guzzle fuel, need constant maintenance, and rely on long supply chains. When Russia pushed deep into Ukraine without securing those lines, tanks were left stranded out of fuel, stuck in mud, or abandoned due to mechanical failure. And when they're left behind, Ukraine recovers them, fixes them, and sometimes turns them against their original owners. So while the 50,000 figure may be inflated or misinterpreted, the core truth is undeniable. Russia's losses in armored vehicles have been catastrophic. Some estimates say Russia has lost half or more of its pre-war tank fleet. That's not just a tactical problem, it's strategic. Replacing that many tanks isn't easy. Sanctions have hit Russian defense production. Western parts are harder to source, and older tanks being pulled out of storage. Many are decades old and falling apart. Meanwhile, Ukraine is getting newer and better equipment. Western countries are sending Leopard 2s, Challenger 2s, Abrams tanks with modern optics, armor, and firepower. These machines are fewer in number, but can punch far above their weight, especially when used smartly, in combination with drones and mobile infantry. So where does this leave us? It means the battlefield is changing. Russia's old-school, armor-heavy tactics are colliding with Ukraine's more modern, agile approach. It's not just about who has more tanks, it's about how those tanks are used, supported, and protected. And the psychological impact, huge. For decades, Russian tanks were seen as unstoppable war machines. But in Ukraine, that image has been shattered, sometimes literally. Videos of destroyed Russian convoys aren't just military reports. They've become symbols of resistance, courage, and survival. Let's not forget the human side of this. Every tank destroyed likely means lives lost inside it. And while we often focus on equipment, this war is full of sons, fathers, daughters, and friends on both sides caught in a conflict that continues to devastate communities, homes, and futures. Behind every burn, doubt vehicle is a family affected. That's the part we can't afford to overlook. So, back to the headline, 50,000 Russian tanks destroyed, maybe not literally. But if we're talking total armored losses and the scale of devastation, it paints a clear picture. Russia's armored strength has taken a historic beating, and Ukraine, despite overwhelming odds, is not just surviving. It's adapting, innovating, and striking back hard. What do you think? Is the number just propaganda, or is it a sign of how far Russia has fallen behind in modern warfare? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. If you found this breakdown useful, hit that like button, subscribe for more honest and clear analysis, and share this video with someone who's trying to make sense of the war headlines. Thanks for watching and stay sharp out there.